Hello, my friends. Welcome. Ah, just take a moment and welcome yourself. Make some big old love scoop hugs and welcome yourself. And especially welcome anything that feels unknown or overwhelming or, oh, I thought I'd handled that already and here it is again. Just, okay. Ah. Because our intention, particularly with loops and scoops, is to not only expand our capacity every day to give and receive more love, but it's to be able to move from fear to love through presence. And we have lots of experiences of presence. And one of the main ones that I wanted to focus on today is not only turning toward, but turning toward what's next to or around or under. So when you're able to shift your attention, it gives you a tremendous resource. You're not caught in the, oh my God, or the overwhelm, that when you actually are able to choose where you put your attention, that makes a tremendous difference because that's one of your best assets is your attention. And it's one of the things that the world wants. They want your attention. So we often forget to give attention to us. And it's a source of nutrition, it's a source of renewal when you shift your attention. So what I'd like you to do now is to turn your curious attention toward you. And one of the ways that you can do that is by creating a pleasant hmm, hmm, which shifts you from critical what's wrong brain into curious brain. So, and turn your attention towards your body. So you can turn your attention toward a body sensation or towards your breath. And then I'd like you to notice what's under that. So let your attention just get curious about what's under that. And you can repeat the you can do it inside yourself, but it's best if you actually make the sound the hmm, because that opens up a vibration in you of curiosity. And now let your attention go outside of you. It could go into the space around you, what you can see, but it could also go into what you sense around you. So when you sense something out there, let yourself notice what's next to that. So we often get very focused, like we look at something and then let yourself get curious about what's next to that, because that's what allows us to expand our presence. And then shifting again your curious attention to you, and let yourself get curious about some aspect of you that you haven't noticed yet. Some aspect of you could be a feeling, it could be sensations in your body, it could be thoughts in your mind. And then I'd like you to notice what's behind that, or what's in front of that, or what's next to that. So you're letting your attention play in your body and notice how you can support that with your breath, with the hmm. So several more times of letting yourself now let your attention go out. And I'm noticing too that I'm letting myself move around. So if your body wants to support you by looking in a different way, noticing in a different way, sensing into, so you could feel into, getting curious out there, and then notice what's next to that. Because very often, like when I'm looking for something, when I'm caught in my what's wrong mind, I'm only looking in this one area. But when I go into very often it's right there. it's next to it or under it or it's behind it, but I couldn't see it because I was so focused on linear attention. So letting yourself, and notice you, and then get curious about what's under that or behind that. So for example, my attention went to my lower back and I gave some curious attention to that. And then what I noticed was under that were my heels. And so when I gave, excuse me, when I gave attention to that, to my heels, I could feel the relationship between my heels and my back, and they began to kind of get dancy inside. So notice when you give attention to you, and then you notice what's under that, how might your attention allow you to play with those? Because your attention, the freedom of your attention, gives you the freedom to respond. So when you give your attention out, first let yourself notice someplace that you haven't noticed before. Like I'm noticing this big tree out the window here. And then what's behind that is a swing. Oh, and how can I let my attention swing? So I'm going to take a little drink of water here. So now I want you to invite, I'm noticing, so my attention went to my throat where it was feeling kind of cloggy, and just giving it my curious attention rather than my what's wrong attention starts to open up. And then I notice what's under that. Wanting to express more of how many feelings I've been experiencing over this last period of time. I wonder if that's true for you. There's just been all kinds of feeling bubbling up. So now that I'm not guarding my attention and focusing on getting us into a new administration, I've got, all kinds of other stuff bubbling up. So giving your attention to what you first notice, and then what's under that that would like your attention. And I'm noticing myself wanting to do a love scoop. So imagine yourself floating on an ocean of love. And you could be floating in a little raft or in a great big yacht, or you could just be floating on a boogie board. What would be the most pleasurable for you to float in a sea, or it could be a pool, depending on how much action you want. And I'd like you to feel your feet bubbling around in that, moving around in that pool of love. And then I'd like you to either reach down with your arms and get yourself some of that love, or let the love just bubble up through you, through your feet. So let yourself love scoop to any area where your attention has gone as you've been shifting your attention. And when I add the I can feel this settling and weaving, and my body coming into a sense of connection, a deeper connection. And then let that pool of love extend out around you, and let yourself do a love scoop. Give it first to you and then send it out, scooping up through you and out. And then turning your attention to you and scooping up and giving that to you. So when you're scooping yourself, one of the things I like to do is I get a big bunch of love and then I let it shower over me. So that's one thing that you could try. You could also be very specific. You could get a little dropper and get some love and apply it just to that place. Ah, I came back. Think we're moving a lot of energy today. So technology is great when it's working. So the last thing we were doing was applying drops of love. So let's apply a little drop of love to technology here. So love scooping to you. Hmm. Find the sound that wants to come when you love scoop to you. Hmm. And then love scooping up through you and out into the world. And do you want to let it spray out or do you want to let it fan out? Or do you want to apply a dropper of love to someone that you know could really benefit from that attention? And then giving attention to you, notice any place in you that's still maybe feeling a little contracted or flat. First, give your attention to that. Like I'm feeling between my shoulder blades is feeling a little creaky. And then love scoop. I'm going to do a different love scoop. I'm going to love scoop around to my back. So let yourself play with a different kind of love scoop that you could give to that place in you that's wanting a little more attention. Good. And then feeling yourself floating, riding on that sea of love, which for me takes me into some other fear melters too that feel really delicious. Good. And letting that pool of love now spread out to include the people in your life, maybe that you don't even know that you would like to send love to. And then remembering we're all in the pool. So you can let the pool then come back to you, letting as much of your body participate as you can, as you like. Hmm. And adding, I'd love to have you add a sound. I love the but let yourself add a sound with your love scoop that just feels delicious to you. Oh. And you know you can love scoop with your face too. So make sure that you include, because we get so much tension and holding in our faces. Let your love scoop also include your head and your face. Ah. So notice if there's anything behind or under what you've been giving attention to that could use a love scoop. Hmm. What that's leading to me is appreciating. I'm appreciating my body for being so resilient and open and willing to grow and flexible. So find something about your body to appreciate. And I'd like you to actually appreciate it out loud so you can hear yourself. Like, I appreciate my legs for being so sturdy and being able to handle so much energy. And then you can love scoop to that part. Mm. And then I'd like you to appreciate something out in the world that maybe you've just noticed or you're noticing again, something that really has made a difference for you. Go ahead and appreciate that out loud, sending your attention and your energy. And then as we're ending today, I'd like you to notice that you can give attention out and attention in. So you can love yourself while you're loving others. Some love for you while some love for me. Ah, so you can love scoop in and love scoop out. Yeah, so loop of awareness then becomes a kind of circle, a sphere that includes you and includes others. Yeah, beautiful. Ah. Good. And then as we're completing for today, just a little face flapping. Make the sounds that feel delicious to you. Because face flapping makes you then more available for giving and receiving love. So I wish you a week of invention and loving yourself and including, and wonderful to see you. And I'm going to exit now, and you're totally welcome to stay and chat and ask questions. So you can unmute if you'd like to. And Yeah. Love to you. Bye now.